how to start $1 million business while still in school or working full-time. A step-by-step guide to making $1 million in high school. The #1 way to make life-changing money, I'm talking real life-changing money, outside of inheriting it, is to own a business. Whether you're in school, college, working a full-time job, the game's rules don't change. I'm gonna outline in this video the secrets to getting rich while still in school or doing whatever full-time. Watch the whole video because every point is very important to your future success, but the last one is crucial. All of these are in here for a reason. Stay till the end. I started my first business at the age of 16. I didn't know then what I know now. Let me tell you a quick story. I'm an artist, I like to paint. I love playing video games. So back in the day, I had an airbrush, right? And I found out you could take the tops of the Xbox controllers off and paint them and then lacquer them, and you'd get these really cool custom Xbox controllers. So I was like, genius idea, first business, I'm gonna do custom Xbox controllers. So first of all, I didn't have the right market. I was trying to sell it to like my friends and family, and even if they had Xbox controllers, they were too nervous to give them to me to take them apart. Then I was doing all the work. I was literally taking the Xbox controllers apart, painting them, priming them, doing all that stuff, putting them back together, delivering it. That's a lot of time to be doing something, which makes it so that I don't have time to go out and sell. And of course, obviously you could probably guess, the business didn't really go anywhere, right? Because I didn't know what I was doing. This was one of the first businesses I started. Of like 10 or 15 businesses later, when I finally figured out some cheat codes. I wish I had these back when I was 16, when I started this first business, because first of all, I probably wouldn't have started that business, or if I did, I would have done it in a very different way that would have turned it into $1 million business. I had to bang my head against the wall for a decade to figure this stuff out. 10 years later, I got the cheat codes. The cheat codes the millionaires keep for themselves on how to grow businesses, the ones that keep them rich and keep you poor. I'm gonna share them with you. The next company I started after unlocking these cheat codes generated over $10 million and is still growing today. And I promise you, with these cheat codes in your pocket, nothing will stop you from starting today and becoming a millionaire in a few years. And the best news is, it doesn't matter what stage of life you're in. You could be in high school, college, you could be in the nursery. These cheat codes, these methods for running a business still work. This first part kind of stinks, but you're gonna need some money. I hate to break it to you, but you want money, you gotta make money. My first company, I needed about $5,000 to get it off the ground. I didn't need $5 grand in my pocket right from the jump. I was earning it while I was spending it to get the business going. So don't get intimidated by the number 5 grand or 10 grand or just the fact that you need some money. The point is, you need disposable income. This startup money can come from anywhere. Saving a little at a time, family, friends, government grants, or doing what I did, which is get a job. I know it's not sexy, but getting a job is the fastest known way to mankind to make money. You get the job, you get the paycheck. Keep in mind, I don't want you to get stuck at this step on this part, so bear with me for a minute. You just need enough money to take the first few steps. The goal here is to have some disposable income to invest. So stay lean, invest in yourself. Let's say it's impossible for you to make money for whatever reason. What you can't pay for, you can do yourself. So money is just what we trade for other people's time. If you have more time than money, invest the time instead. It's that easy. Choose the right market. So this is the second thing that we have to do. Choose a good market to start in. The biggest mistake I made in my first company was not understanding markets. So let me break it down for you. To really get rich, you need to look for a high lifetime value client. What that means, high lifetime value, it comes from one of two places. A high ticket, meaning they're gonna buy something from you for $1,500 or $50,000, or a reoccurring service or product. This means you're going to be selling this thing to them every month, every week, or every day. Think $5 coffee. It's not a high price, but you might buy a coffee every single day, which makes this $5 coffee a good business. Or let's say a $20,000 garage door. You're only going to be buying it maybe once or twice in your whole life. It's also a really good business because it's a really high ticket, which equals high lifetime value. Getting this straight will make your life 10 times easier. An important note here. Most people think when they're starting a business, hey, I've got to find a business that no one else is doing. I have to be the only original person in the market. Nobody else does this. If somebody else exists, like, why am I gonna go in there? It's not true. In fact, this is the least true thing ever. And I got stuck with this mindset for years. Psst. Want to know a secret? The cheat code to finding a good market is to look for a market with a lot of competition. What? Why do you want me to compete with people? Why wouldn't I just find something nobody else is doing? Because it's a good sign. A lot of competition means people are making money doing this, whatever it is. That means you can make money doing it too. It's the international sign of a healthy marketplace. A lot of people with $1 million businesses mean if you start a business, you can get it to $1 million. Look for some competition and you will be able to make money there too. The third thing I want you to do is to get yourself a support group. This could be family members, friends, friends of friends. There are even free services that the government offers. There's one called SCORE. They give 100% free mentorship to small businesses. But I want you to find a person who you can call when you get stuck. And this doesn't seem like something you're gonna need right away, but someone to help you when things get hard, because they will at some point. You're gonna have friends around you, you're gonna have naysayers, people that are telling you you're crazy for starting a business, especially this young. You're gonna have people that just don't believe in you. But what we want you to get is one person or a group of people that you can go to that say you're doing the right thing, that can support you in this kind of crazy endeavor that you're gonna go on, okay? It's gonna be important. Just find one person who is a business owner or has some relationship to business entrepreneurship who can be a positive influence and help you in the moments when you get stuck. It's gonna be crucial, so don't skip this step. Time to start building. This is where the rubber hits the road. Start building the business. I want you to develop a product or service, set up a minimally viable version to test. I'm putting some emphasis on this because I don't want you spending 10 years building something only to find out no one freaking wants it. Launch with the bare minimum amount of time, like whatever you can do to get that product out the door. It could even be just a landing page with no business behind it. Just we're gonna buy some Facebook ads, put up a landing page, see if we can collect people's phone numbers or credit cards or email addresses. We don't even have to charge those credit cards, but you can learn what people are looking for. The goal here is to see if you can get customers. Nothing else matters. We got to get customer number one. So here's the short version of what we're looking for. Set up a landing page that asks for an email address. That's it. Doesn't matter what the company does, landscaping, house painting, pool cleaning, hanging Christmas lights, selling widgets, it doesn't matter. But we can use this landing page to buy some ads on Google, Instagram, Facebook, push those ads to the landing page. Then if you can get people to fill out that landing page to show interest, boom, you're onto something. You now know your brand message, your ads, whatever is all working. You've got the power to drive traffic and convert, even if it's on a small scale, like just collecting email addresses. That's something we can start turning the dial up on later when we're ready. And now, you didn't spend a bunch of time and money trying to figure out if it was gonna work or not. I've had friends go years into a business only to learn that their messaging, their product, their whatever they were selling, nobody really wanted, and they had invested way too much time and energy into it. I want you to avoid that. So start with the bare minimum. The flip side here is that we can't get people to convert by filling out a form or calling a phone number, meaning we're sending people to that landing page and it's just not working. We gotta go back to the drawing board. We gotta get this business idea locked in before we take the next steps. Now that we're getting customers, the biggest, most important, can't stress this enough, cheat code is don't work in the business. What? Ryan, what are you saying? Have you lost your mind? No. We want you working on the business, not in the business. This is what held me back for so many years. So let me just paint the picture for you a little bit. Let's say you have a landscaping company. If you get out the hedge clippers and head over to your first client Julia's house to trim up those bushes, you're already losing. What ends up happening here is when you're doing the actual work in this situation, you're doing both finding clients and working for clients, finding new clients and servicing the ones that you currently have at the same time. And you won't be able to. It just doesn't happen. What happens is you get a ton of clients, then you get busy working for the clients and you're too busy to find more clients. Those clients eventually go away, they find another service, they move away, they die, whatever. They're gone until you lose so many of them that you got a bunch of free time to go find more, and then it's back to the client hunt. Then you get busy again and the cycle starts all over. You can literally never escape it. You can see how this cycle will keep you stuck at the same revenue numbers for years, not to mention stuck there, but also stress because you're going from like, oh, I've got a ton of clients, a ton of money to I got nothing again, I gotta go back to the drawing board. It never ends, which is why I'm saying avoid this whole thing. Hire people to do the work for you. So another important trick here is you don't have to start with W-2 employees. W-2 employees have special needs and you've got special responsibilities. But especially when you're starting out and when we're still in the minimal viable product phase, the MVP here, it's okay to partner with another company or contract with somebody else so that you don't have to be doing the work. Because just like the landing page example, we were able to show with the landing page that we can get customers, get them to click on a thing and give us their email. Now we're saying, I want your credit card, I want your money, I'm gonna go do the service. You can make the sales, somebody else does the work for you. That gives you the ability to learn the process, to grow to the point where you could reasonably sustain an employee. And now you know, hey, this business is making 10 grand a month. I can hire an employee for a couple grand, get them to go out there, do the work, and now I've owned the whole process. Not to mention, the cash flow will help you get the equipment you need, the marketing done, all the business systems that you need built. You can start pushing forward. For most service-based businesses, you can easily find people who already have the tools, the knowledge, whatever, to do the service. Doesn't matter if you're painting houses or landscaping or garage doors. This is why I love home services so much. Then you get to be the middleman until you can hire full-time people to do the whole thing. Being this middleman is a really, really great position, especially when you're first starting out. So growth time. This is the fun part, growth mode. Now that we have a few customers, a website, landing page, someone doing the work for us, we're free to start scaling the business and really launching this thing to the moon. Get started with a repeatable marketing strategy. When you first start, try finding avenues that you can use for cheap, if not free. We're talking social media, local outreach, yard signs, networking groups, local SEO you can do pretty affordably on your own. You get the idea. Trying a lot of different marketing strategies can be very distracting, so this is my warning. So what I want you to do here is start with a few, test and see which ones are getting the highest return on investment, meaning ROI. What that means is if you spend $100 marketing and you can make $1,000 sale off that $100, you're getting a 10x return, 10x ROI. So look at those numbers across all of the marketing channels and kill the ones that aren't profitable. Only go with the most profitable channels, then double down on them. So say Google AdWords is really working for you, stop doing Yelp, Kudzu, or whatever else you're working on, and just go for that. Stick with the ones that are giving you the highest returns, get rid of all the rest. Do that until you hit a ceiling. So Google AdWords or Facebook or whatever, you're eventually gonna start spending money, and you're gonna see your revenue growing and growing and growing until boom, you hit a ceiling and then you're just paying more. Once that happens, once you hit that ceiling, you gotta start a second marketing channel. Then do that same thing. Test, try, apply, and then repeat that with a third until you hit those ceilings and keep adding as you're hitting those ceilings. Finally, the last most important thing that will take this from a floundering startup to $1 million asset is constant improvement. What that means is stay committed and persistent and constantly learning and improving your business skills. Regularly assess your progress, meaning what's working well and what could we improve on. Then adapt your strategies based on what's working and what's not. Keep testing and improving until you have an unstoppable juggernaut of a company that's printing you $1 million a year. Now listen, Starting a business isn't the easiest way to make money. That's just the truth. But for me, as soon as I knew it was possible to be my own boss and to grow a business, it was literally the only thing I wanted to do. Nothing else mattered, and I was determined to make it work. If you go into this with grit, determination, and the ability to get back up when you fall down, to skip out on parties with your friends, and delay gratification just a little bit, you'll be a millionaire in the next 5 years, and they'll all be asking you how you did it. So, what I want you to do, give me a shout out in the comments and let me know if you're starting a $1 million company today. I want to see the commitment in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one.